What's up, guys? Happy Wellness Wednesday. Welcome to Plant-Based Made Easy. My name is Chef Daniela Malfitano. You can call me Chef D. Malfi. It's good to be here with you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your afternoon or your late afternoon, if you're on the East Coast, to join me in my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm very excited to be back in the kitchen today because today is Wellness Wednesday after all. And so I decided to make something so craveable, so delicious, that you will not be able to resist making this in your own home. Today we're making green burritos for Wellness Wednesday, and we are going to make these burritos so healthy, so delicious, and so nutritious, way more than the average burrito Joe, and that's because we're using collard greens as the wrap, and I'm really excited because it's hot today, so I can use my collard green to just kind of like fan me up. All right, so we're going to get into collard greens. We're going to get into all of these wonderful fillings. Today, I'm going to actually make a delicious Mexican walnut taco filling. It's like taco meat, but it's made with walnuts and sun-dried tomatoes. It's oh so good. And then we're also going to stuff into this green burrito some delicious cabbage slaw, some cashew cheese. Let's see, what else do we have? Pickled jalapenos. We've got lots of stuff going on. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right in. But if this is the first time that you're joining me, I want to say welcome to you. Thank you so much. And if you have a question or a comment along the way, do not hesitate. I can see you and I can see your questions and comments right here in the comment box, and I want to engage with you. So anything related to food, to plant-based cooking, to plant-based living, to where I got my cool green shirt, I don't care. You can ask me anything. I'm really willing to have a conversation, and let's keep this engaging, shall we? Because this is live after all. And if you are watching the replay of this, kudos to you. Thanks for finding this on the replay. You can actually also put in your comments or your questions in the comment box at any point once this video is up, and I will address them. I love to check in with my videos, every single video that I do. I often look at the comments to make sure that I am meeting and matching and answering any question that anyone has. So thank you so much. And here we go. Let's make some green burritos, friends, shall we? Let's get into it. The first thing that I want to make is some taco meat. So I'm going to give you my overhead, and we're going to be making the taco meat right here in my mini food processor, okay? This is really easy, delicious taco meat. I'm going to bring this as close, there we go, as close as up to the front of the cutting board as possible. So I'm going to use my mini food processor because it's very easy, it's zippy, it's quick, and it's an easy cleanup. First thing that I want are some California walnuts. You can actually use any nut that you want, macadamia nut, cashew, almond, but walnut is my favorite because it's the softest of the walnuts. I'm gonna throw in about 1/4 cup. And I like to use whole or half pieces of walnuts, not already pulsed up pieces. The ones that are baking pieces actually tend to have a lot less flavor because they've been oxidized. They've been sitting in air, in a bag of air, and they actually have a lot less flavor because they've been sitting in this bag with all the other crumbs and the air, and it kind of takes away from that like nutty, walnutty kind of soft flavor profile. So we want to keep the nuts as whole as possible and then chop them up as needed, okay? So that's a really great step in the kitchen, a cooking tip for you. If you ever noticed why nuts maybe taste more flavorful when you eat them out as opposed to when you eat them in the home, it's probably because they're whole nuts to start with, and they're raw nuts to start with, and then restaurants or food service places that actually make and prepare your food are gonna roast them in-house, they're gonna chop them in-house, and they're gonna like make everything that they need with these usually raw nuts, and usually whole raw is the best way to achieve as much flavor from your nuts as possible. Now, the next ingredient that we need is some sun-dried tomatoes. And I love these sun-dried tomatoes. These are packed in oil. You can also use the dry pack sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm going to use a few tablespoons of sun-dried tomatoes in oil. That's like 1.5. Okay, and that's like half. Perfect. Now, if you are oil-free, I recommend just use the dry pack sun-dried tomatoes. That would be wonderful. And then you could use a little bit of water, like a couple drizzles of water, a couple teaspoons of water should be great. And then we also need to season this up, okay? First thing that we want to do is add salt. If you can use salt in your diet, some people on a whole food plant-based diet use very little, and I'm going to use very little as well. This is sea salt. I'm just going to use a pinch of this. I'm also going to now use some flavor agents. Let's start with onion powder. This is really, really good stuff. I like to get these packets from Thrive Market, and they're wonderful because they actually, you can have a lot more in your drawers because they're packed in these little kind of pouches. And what is this? This is 2 and a quarter ounces. This is a lot, and it's for a lot less money than what you would normally get. So I'm going to give you a couple shakes of this onion powder. You're going in. I also want, with the onion powder, something savory. And for me, I love that California garlic powder. I'm going to use this. This is powdered garlic, and it is California garlic powder. Let me show you a close-up label. You see that? This happens to come from Trader Joe's. All over the country, for any Trader Joe's in the country, they always are going to sell California garlic powder, and it's going to give you a ton of flavor. California garlic, it's actually really kind of its own thing. It is more flavorful. I think the soil is something different here in Salinas, California, not here where I live, but in Salinas in Northern California, kind of near Monterey, in the Monterey County area. That's usually where garlic is grown, as well as Gilroy. You've all heard of the Gilroy Garlic Festival. Unfortunately, it was in the news for a bad reason last year. There was some gun activity there last year, so they had to cancel the Garlic Festival. But yes, Gilroy is like the home base for all garlic production in California, and it's going to give you that like really intense garlicky flavor, not with the spice, not with any heat, just like that round, full body kind of savory garlic flavor, which I love. We're also going to use a little cumin or cumin, depending on how you say it, depending on how you were raised. I'm going to use a couple shakes of this, probably a little bit more than the other two ingredients. And this is a warming element. This is a warming ingredient that I talk about often. We always want kind of a savory note. We always want a warming note if we can. So think like cinnamon, cumin, clove, cardamom. These are all warming spices. And a warming spice in an ingredient list of spices is really going to kind of round everything out. It's going to make everything kind of more approachable on the palate. Think of the warming spices as kind of like a big hug for the rest of the ingredients. I know that's kind of like weird in theory, but if you are culinarians out there, people that like know their way around the kitchen, you all know what I mean, right? It's kind of like this roundingness, this rounding flavor. Now, we want to kick up the flavor as well. We want to use a little bit of smoked paprika. This is going to give you smokiness without any heat. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, I saw a question pop up. Can we get that question back? Let's see. Why not use fresh garlic? You absolutely can. Thank you so much for asking the question, Marie. You can use fresh garlic. I would use 1 clove of garlic. I have it here just in case you want to. You can absolutely use just 1 good clove. And because you've asked, let me show you. You could also use my favorite freezer item. I know you can't see me, but you can hear me in my mic. This, the crushed garlic that's frozen, and this is a fantastic product to use. This is cool because it comes in these little like cubes, and 1 cube equals 1 clove. This is a frozen item, and yes, you can use it right from frozen into your food processor and it will get mixed up. So this is another option. This is a time saver, although it's not much time that we have to save here. This is also just open it up, take the skin off, throw it right in. So that would be absolutely fine. Now, if you don't like garlic or you can't use garlic, you can substitute shallot. This would be a fantastic way to use shallot. You can open this up, cut it in a quarter. You use a quarter piece of this shallot. And what I would do is I would rough chop the shallot before adding it to the food processor, so that think about everything is kind of even and consistent in terms of the sizing before it goes into the food processor, so that the blade can catch everything at the same rate. Then what you're going to get is something that is resembling Mexican crumbled like taco meat, which is usually like beef or turkey or pork or chicken. Think of like crumbled meat, and that's what we want. So we want to make sure that everything is starting at the same size, so that it will end up a consistent size as well. All right, I'm going to add my smoked paprika now. This is going to be a few shakes. A little less than the cumin, a little bit more than the garlic, and the onion powder. I'm not giving ratios here. I think I'm going to do that less and less, because you guys, it's not about the exact science of this. It's about how can you learn to have fun in the kitchen. That's what it's all about. The moment you start feeling more confident and competent in the kitchen, you will actually be able to have more fun. You'll make decisions easier. You'll enjoy the creative aspect of cooking. So enjoy yourself and trust yourself, most importantly. So we have all the ingredients here. Like I said, I'm making a small amount because we're going to make 2 burritos here. But if you're making this for a crowd or for your family of 4 or 6, go ahead and increase this. You can double this, or you can triple or quadruple this recipe. I'm going to give it a chop. And I'm pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. I'm going to go to the just my overhead for my Cuisinart so that you can really see what I'm doing. I keep my thumb on the chop button, and I literally just pulse, pulse, pulse. And do not turn this on and walk away, because you'll end up with a walnut sun-dried tomato pate. And while that sounds delicious to me, you can absolutely make a walnut sun-dried tomato pate. That's not quite the application we're going for these green burritos. We want it to actually resemble crumbled meat, okay? So we've achieved that now with just a few pulses, and here is what we're working with. Take a look at this. Now this looks like taco meat, right? It's crumbly, it's small, it looks great. Oopsie. All right, oh my God. Hello, oh my God, I wish you were here. This smells so good as well, mostly because of that smoked paprika and the cumin, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna grab a bowl. Actually, no, why not? Just leave it in here. I wanted to show you though, but let's see if I can pick it up and show you. Sometimes if it's not in the plastic, Danny, let's get that, yeah. It's not in that plastic container, you can't really see it, but look, now you can see it. Doesn't that kind of look like taco meat? Y'all, you're gonna love this. All right, I gotta get a little taste. Oh yeah. Smokiness, cumin, I can taste the onion, and just a bit of that garlic. That's fantastic. I'll put it aside. Now, the other ingredients, let's see, let's set ourselves up for success. Where are you? Here it is right in front of me. I'm gonna use this organic creamy cashew fiesta dip. Now you can absolutely make your own, but you guys, I wanted to keep this very easy for you. And I just had a question from a friend a couple of days ago regarding she said, there's no options for me that are convenient during lunchtime. I'm gonna show you that there are. I'm gonna start bringing in more and more convenient items. Here's one of them. The reason I like these items, the ones that I'm going to be showing you, are vetted. They're Chef D. Malfi approved. I've looked at the ingredient list and they are A-okay. I love this stuff. This comes from Trader Joe's. Whole Foods has their version, and so does Sprouts. But Sprouts adds lots of sugar to theirs. Whole Foods doesn't. So theirs is great, but theirs is more expensive. So the winner, absolutely, every single time is Trader Joe's, right? This is organic cashew fiesta dip that contains potato. That's what kind of thickens it up. And it also contains tomato paste, garlic powder, and a little bit of distilled vinegar and green chili pepper. So it's a little sweet, it's a little spicy. It doesn't have any added sugar, which is fantastic. I love. And it also includes carrots. So it's going to give that natural sweetness from the vegetables and from the nuts, as well as the potato. So this is fantastic. And what I did is I actually heated it up, and I have it right here. And I'll show you the overhead so you can see. This looks like regular nacho cheese dip. And I'm just keeping it warm by keeping the top on. And I just heat it in a little microwave dish and then keep a little plastic top on, right? I don't heat it with the microwave top on, just so you know. All right, so let's see. We've got this. Let me get some red onion. I'm just going to take a little bit of red onion, like the cheek. You know me and those cheeks, right? I love to give myself a little onion cheek or citrus cheek, whatever it is. I do this because it's very easy to slice. It's very easy to just use like a little bit as garnish. And I'm just going to run my knife over this after I've peeled off that layer with the skin on, just running my knife so that I get thinly sliced pieces of red onion, right? Put this aside. That can sit and wait. Now, I also want some cilantro, and I have that right here. This cilantro is fantastic. You guys, if you've been with me for the last month, some of you have, this cilantro is the same cilantro I've been using. How am I keeping it so fresh? I keep it inside of a vase. So let's get a full screen. There we go. I keep it inside of a vase. Today, I switched it to a smaller cup because this is all I have remaining. But look, the entire life of this bunch of cilantro lasted like 4 to 5 weeks. And how I keep it is in a vase. When I change the water out, I have like 2 inches of water on the base. And this just keeps the fresh cut soft herbs hydrated. So any soft herbs like basil, cilantro, parsley, all of these, even fresh cut flowers, can be held in the same way, just like fresh cut flowers, in a vase in your refrigerator. That's how the florist is going to do it. And that's how they're going to keep their flowers feeling super bright and vibrant and hydrated. And that's how herbs like to be held as well, the soft kind. Question. Here we go. Diamond Green, welcome. Okay, where do I get my knife set? Second time this question has come up this week. You guys like it, don't you? All right, these are from Chef's Vision, excuse me. Let me show you this way. There we go. And I love these knives because these are actually images that NASA took and then put on the knives. So these are real images of the galaxy. And I'm such a science nerd, I had to get them. And every single image is a little bit different. Look at these, right? And they're rainbow-esque. So you know me, I had to get I had to get the set because it's a rainbow. And it's a cosmic rainbow. There's nothing better. Thanks for asking the question, Diamond. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm now gonna just grab my pickled fermented jalapeno slices. Here's the last ingredient that I'm gonna use. And I'm just going to grab some, put them in a bowl so that I have them ready to load up my green burritos. And the rolling of the green burritos is fun. So stay with me for that. All right, so I've got some jalapenos. These are awesome, you guys. Let me say one quick word about this. This says fermented right on the bottle, right on the jar. I had to get it because it said fermented. This is, well, it's a wonderful marketing term. Fermented and pickled are the same thing. Really, fermented is the act of really like kind of creating an enzyme property release and growth within whatever it is that you're fermenting. So it could be anything. You can actually ferment any organic matter. My favorite are jalapenos, cucumbers, radishes, okra, cauliflower, carrots. Those are some of my favorite things to ferment, or AKA pickle, but you can make it your own. These are store-bought, obviously, but you can certainly make yours homemade. I can't forget the mighty avocado. Okay, this is the last ingredient. I'm loading this thing up, you guys. It's Wellness Wednesday, and I'm feeling good. I got to keep my head above water with everything going on in this world right now. Oof. It is like freaking crazy, right? And I'm not gonna minimize what's going on at all, but I am trying to bring lightness into it today because yesterday was a hard day for me. Was it a hard day for you? Monday was an okay day, but Tuesday, oof, right? And I don't want to bring that into my work. I want to celebrate the lightness that is here in the kitchen. I love using food during this time as a healing source, a coping source to really achieve a life that is powerful, right? Even in these crazy times, I can choose foods that are really good for my health. Got to talk about it. Here's the avocado, really good for my health. The California avocado. I just went ahead and scored it up. You can see that I've created these scores so that I can really easily remove it with my spoon when I'm filling my green burrito. So this green burrito is going to help me feel good and nourished and satiated, but most importantly, healthy, because you got to choose your health right now. There's nothing more important than choosing your health. If you guys want to go deeper in anything that I'm doing, join our Facebook group called Plant-Based Made Easy. It's really super fun. It's an opportunity to learn from other people with other people. It's the name of the show. Plant-Based Made Easy is the Facebook group. Hop on, you guys. We've cultivated a good group of people, over a couple hundred people now, engaging every day about how to make plant-based living and eating super fun, super approachable. And we talk about it all. So join us for that. All right, so let's make these burritos. We've got our collard green. I love this. Collard greens are absolutely, hands down, 5 hands down, 10 hands down, my absolute favorite green. Why? Because they're freaking huge. And I love things that are big and small. Diamond, here's what you're saying. Yes, sending you love and light to your kitchen. Girl, I'm sending you love and light as well, right back to you. Thank you so much. I feel it. I appreciate you. All right, so I love collard greens because they're huge. Like I said, they're beautiful. These are really vibrant green, dark leafy greens. This is of the dark leafy green category, but I especially love collards because they're great not just for sauteing, stir frying, steaming like regular greens, but they're so big that you can use them as wraps like tortillas or pita or anything like that. You can use them as wraps, and that's my favorite way to enjoy a burger. I love a collard green wrap burger. I do. I'm like one of those weirdos that would like prefer that over anything else. I love burritos that are wrapped in collard greens. I love taking these greens and stuffing them with this Berber spice cabbage that I've been making, this North African spiced cabbage mix. I put it right in the center. I make a little pouch. I put it in the steamer. It comes out. It's so delicious. I add like hot sauce to it. I add whatever I want to it. It's so darn good. It's great as a wrap. So here's how we're going to actually prepare it for a wrap, right? Let me show you what I did just ahead of time. Here's the collard green in its full effect. It's got the top and it's got the base. Do you see this? This is here the green stem. I've taken this off. I just sliced it off beforehand. I had to just like do that beforehand so that it could fit in my bags that I hold it in, my storage bags for my fridge. And now we're left with this big giant green. Now, what we want to do, the only other thing left is to shave the end. So we remove the stem. Follow along with me. Danny, let's get an overhead cam completely. They don't need to see my face. Look, you see this collard, right? I took the stem off. Now what's left is this part. This part here, this is also a really thick part of the stem. We don't want to remove this altogether. We just want to take our really cute NASA imaged paring knife, and we want to shave down this stem, this hardy stem on the base. We want to shave it down just until it's kind of like soft enough and not in the way that it will not get in the way of our rolling. So I'm really just taking a second and I'm shaving this till it's soft enough to kind of roll. There we go. That should be fine. And you know, because you can kind of lift your finger. All right, now the rest of it is great. It doesn't need to be perfect. There's a couple holes, and that's okay. I'm gonna stuff it on I'm gonna stuff it inside. So here's the inside of the leaf. Here's the outside of the leaf. I want that outside gold, green, dark green to be on the outside. We're gonna stuff the inside. The first thing that I want is going to be my cabbage slaw. So I made a cabbage slaw earlier, you guys. I love this. Let me show you in the overhead. This is Napa cabbage, a little red onion. I put some golden raisins, some cilantro, some lime juice, and some sea salt. That's it. You can make yours any way that you want. Oh, I added a little sunflower seeds as well. Oh, and I added a little bit of mandarin orange. All right, so I added a little sweetness because, you know, I want it all. All right, so I add my cabbage slaw. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons. I'm now gonna add my taco meat right to it. Taco meat should probably be in the middle as far as I'm concerned. And load it up with that taco meat. Gosh, I want to call it something else. What should we call it? What should we call it? I want to... Chorizo. Walnut chorizo. Gosh, Danny, you're a genius. Walnut chorizo, loving it. Yes, the walnut chorizo. But it's kind of more like taco meat than it is chorizo, but who cares, right? That's what we want. About half of the mixture of the walnut taco chorizo. All right, now we want a little bit of fermented or pickled jalapeno. We want some purple onion, right? This is just as garnish. I want a little bit of this avocado. Here's where the magic happens. It's already been scored. So now I can just grab the bits and place the bits down right on the taco meat. Yeah, I like this music. Yeah, it's like motivational, green burrito rolling music. Here we go. All right, now we have our nacho cheese. Love this. It's warm, it's gooey. Perfect. Gonna place this down. All right. Fantastic. So I'm going to say a prayer. Hope that this works. And I'm going to just start by rolling it. I gotta shave this part off too. There. Gonna start by rolling it. I'm gonna roll this part in first. So it's kind of like this V pattern first, right? You've seen me do this. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a big giant roll all the way over all of those ingredients. Capture the ingredients. I'm going to move my hand away so you can see my whole palm is capturing all the ingredients. And at this point, you can actually fold in the sides and finish rolling. And what you end up with, my favorite friends, is a really fantastic and huge green burrito. And I'm just going to leave it here seam side down. Okay, perfect. One burrito. Here, let's do another one. This one's going to be smaller, and this one's going to be faster. Here's another collard. This one's a little smaller. I can't tell which is that's the outside. Here's the inside. A little cabbage slaw. How easy, right? How adorable, right? All right, jalapeno. Perfect. A little bit of that walnut chorizo. Now you can serve these up however you want with whatever garnishes other than the fillings. You might consider making a plant-based sour cream. You might consider making a plant-based guacamole. Guacamole tends to already be plant-based. Thank you, God. All right. Whatever you want, you make it your own. You might consider some like salsa. It doesn't matter. Let's see. What else? I forgot the cilantro in the first one. Hello. We want some cilantro. Gonna grab that now. Danny, I'm going to get the one with cilantro, okay? I'm going to get the baby one. You got it? Is that all right? All right, I'm going to get some avocado. Can't forget that, my favorite. Some red onion as well. And some nacho cheese sauce. Perfect. I have a little paper towel here because it's definitely a wipe as you go situation. Now, I forgot to shave that end. Let's do that. Let's not be lazy here. All right. I'm going to give it a V. You guys can see that I'm giving it a little V fold. I'm going to fold it over all of the ingredients. And this one I might not be able to fold in the sides, and that's okay. I'm just going to allow it to fold over, seam side down, and there you have our second burrito. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you, lady. I like your hibiscus. I'm growing those in my garden. I love that. Thank you. All right, these do look good. I'm very happy about how this turned out. Now I'm going to grab some plates and we will go ahead and serve it up. So the way that I'm going to serve it, I think, is with a little pumpkin seed salsa. Here we go. I have that here. This is a store-bought ingredient as well. All those people that are thinking, no, there's no way that I can like eat quick and convenient meals on plant-based. I can show you that you can. This is a chock full of all of these ingredients that I love that are store-bought and perfect. So I'm going to just add a little bit of this pumpkin seed salsa to my plate here. Give it a little chef swoop.
Why not inside?
You could put it inside as well. Absolutely. This is kind of, think of it kind of like as the plate garnish, or as just the way to kind of like dip. You can like scoop it onto your burrito with every bite. I also want to serve it with some lime. So I'm going to just like grab a lime cheek. Right. And then I can't not do it. Come on. I can't not do it. You want to put your cheek aside, give it a little slice. And I think I'm going to need to slice up this big burrito, this big lady here. Love this. I'm going to cut right on the seam, right down the center. And what you end up with is a wonderful Wellness Wednesday approved green burrito. This looks fantastic. Seam side down again on the plate. Stack it up because it's gorgeous. Give it a little lime piece. Here you go. This looks fantastic. I'm gonna like tilt this so you can see. Amazing. I can see the taco meat. I can see the avocado, the cabbage slaw. That pumpkin seed salsa on the plate here is making everything else pop, which is exactly what we want, because do not forget, we eat with our eyes first. If the plate looks delectable, even if it's a questionable food that you're not used to eating yet, believe you me that when we eat with our eyes first, we then will want to take it into our digestive tract, into our bodies, into our bellies. That's where the magic happens. This looks really, really good. All right, I'm gonna crack open this like small burrito here so I can see what this one looks like. Aha, this one's exposing a little bit of that like pickled jalapeno. All right, I'm gonna give this a bite because I have to. Here's how I would serve it. I would put a little bit of that lime juice, squeeze it right on top. Dig in. Come on. This is so good. Mmm. Mmm. You're going to love this. You're going to absolutely love it. I hope that you try it. And if you do, please hashtag plant-based made easy, because that's what this community is all about. We are making this food easy. We are making it approachable so that you can learn about the power of your plate and thrive in your life. You can literally transform your entire life with each bite. I truly believe it. I have absolute, total 100% faith in food, and I want to show you how to have that too. You guys, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate all of you. I love you all so much. Even if I don't know you, thank you for the support. I'm glad that this is a great resource for you. And hey, if along the process, I'm going to continue to do these, if you want to see me make something, like let's say it's a classic comfort food and you want to healthify it, you want to make it plant-based, let me know. Send me a little email or a DM, and I want to hear from you because I want to serve you well. I want to make sure that I am preparing for you things that you love, things that you really, really want to make a healthier version of. So please connect with me. I love chatting about all things food, about anything really. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't done so already, please join me on Instagram as well at Chef Daniela Malfitano. I do a lot of stuff around my activism on Instagram, a lot of videos and things like that, a lot of art, kind of like ways in looking at food through an art lens and an activism lens, which is my favorite thing and favorite way to use Instagram. And you can also actually stream these on YouTube. I haven't been mentioning it because it's so new for us. We are simulcasting though to Facebook here at Chef Daniela Malfitano and on YouTube on my new page, Plant Based Made Easy. So give that some love and some likes if you can. I would be so appreciative. Thank you everyone so much. Please come back for more. And until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep it magical, keep it fun, and I'll see you then. Peace out. Bye guys.